Good morning. What is up, fellow Hoops fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Last Shot NBA show here on Little Birdie TV. And as always, we are brought to you by our great friends over there at topsport.com.au. Now it's Friday morning. Friday morning means old mate Benyam Kidane. What's happening, BK?
What's up, my man? BK Fridays. How you doing?
BK Fridays are in full effect and BK Mondays are a thing as well. Man, I'm good, man. I'm looking forward to this All-Star weekend. And then obviously we get a little bit of a break from basketball for about a week or so, don't we?
Yeah, nice little 4-day hiatus for us after the All-Star break.
It's going to be much needed for those of us that watch a lot of basketball, and I'm sure it's going to be much needed for the players as well. They can make their way over to Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas, and I don't know where rich people go for a 4-day break, but
not where we go.
Definitely not where we go, mate. I usually head down to Geelong or something like that. So, BK, let's get straight into it. We're going to touch on Josh Giddey, our new Aussie king, the Wizard of Oz, the triple-double machine. He got another one yesterday, 3 consecutive triple-doubles, first rookie since, I believe, Oscar Robertson to achieve that mark, BK.
Yeah, the Giddey triple-double streak rolls on. 3 triple-doubles in a row is very impressive. He leads all rookies with 4 on the season. And I mean, he's got a long way to go to get Oscar Robertson's record of 26 for a rookie. But this month of February has really kind of solidified Giddey's Rookie of the Year case for me. I think, Mobley still is the front runner, but do you think if Giddey keeps this up, there's a chance? I mean, he swept all the Western Conference Rookie of the Month awards. Is there a late surge coming from Giddey here?
Oh, look, he's definitely making a case, BK, and I think he's got a legitimate case as well. It's not like we're just, plucking some random bloke's name out of a hat and saying this guy could be Rookie of the Year. He's definitely put up the numbers. He's been flirting. I mean, initially, before he got his first triple-double, he was flirting with a triple-double pretty much on a nightly basis. He was getting double-doubles. So he's been putting in the work. The numbers are there for everyone to see. You mentioned that he could sweep this Western Conference, Rookie of the Month table. I'm going to bring up Carmelo Anthony, BK, because you and I, we're both fans of Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, and we're both dying on this hill. I know this for a fact. Should have been Rookie of the Year. Swept the Western Conference Rookie of the Month awards, won it every single month. I think Denver was a plus 23 in the win column that year. And he didn't win it, right? So, and I say all that just to say that Josh Giddey's got some work ahead of him, because I think winning is going to play a factor in this as well. And obviously the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to make the playoffs. The Oklahoma City Thunder are headed for the lottery once again. So I think that's going to play a factor. But look, he's making a case. And he, like you said, a few more triple doubles. You never know.
It's not crazy. It's not crazy. And that's what's probably impressed me the most about Giddey, is that he hasn't really hit that rookie wall yet. This is, up to 50-odd games played this season. And he seems like he's sort of finding another gear as the season goes on.
Yeah, which is amazing, right? Like, you said no rookie wall. He's just played with such composure and like this veteran poise all season. So I don't know, maybe the judge is going to look at him and say, look, I don't think he's actually a rookie. This guy's a vet. All right, BK, we're going to move on a little bit. We're going to talk, I hate starting the show like this. The New York Knicks, there should just be like a subheading under here just saying Knicks suck ass, because the New York Knicks suck ass, BK. They gave up a 28-point lead. They led by 28 points in the second quarter yesterday, even led by like 18, I think, at one point in the fourth quarter. Lost to a Brooklyn team with no Kevin Durant, no Kyrie Irving. Ben Simmons wasn't even there. I mean, Jesus Christ, what the hell is happening, BK? Like, I've got a bit of bias, so just give me your unbiased feedback here.
Hey, but between you and Stephen A. Smith, I'm really enjoying the Knicks' misery. They are in free fall, and especially coming off the season that they had last season, they thought they were going to take a step forward this year, and it couldn't be any different. They've taken several steps back. The defense isn't there. I mean, there's even talks of, is Thibodeau the right guy to lead this team? I mean, I don't really know where you start with the Knicks. I mean, you've got promise in RJ Barrett, who has been good for them this season. He has been probably the lone spark for them, but there's not really much else you can point to. I mean, this is not a playoff team. I don't think this is even a playing team. I'm not really sure where the Knicks kind of go from here, because they invested a lot of money in the summer in those free agent signings to try and kind of make that push for another playoff run this season. But where do they go from here?
BK, if I had the answers to that, I'd be running the New York Knicks organization right now. But there's, look, I was one of those people. We signed Kemba, we signed Evan Fournier. I was like, okay, the Knicks are starting to make some sensible moves. They're bringing in some nice established vets, that can play a certain role. And boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. And I love Kemba. I think Kemba's actually one of the best people in the NBA. Great guy. Spoke to him many times. Love that sort of homecoming aspect for him, that narrative around that, the BX boy coming back. Look, you mentioned RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, I think, has been pretty good when he's been on the floor. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. He changes the dynamic of that team defensively when he's on the floor. But Julius Randle, had an all NBA season last year. And this year he's been like, where is this guy? We're 3-13 in our last 16 games. It's like, that is absolutely ridiculous. We are actually the Knicks. They're holders of some pretty unwanted records. BK, I'm going to listen to this. In this month alone, the Knicks have given up 3 20-point leads, which actually makes them the first NBA team in the last 25 seasons to do so. They are absolute garbage. And look, the thing is, they're not going to make the play-ins, not going to make the playoffs, right? They're not going to finish low enough to get one of those high lottery picks. They're going to get maybe like in that 8 to 12 range, I reckon. And then, do you find a player in that range that can help you immediately? Because, they're going to have to build through the draft, because some of these guys that they've got on the roster, they want to trade them, but they can't. No one wants them.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck in that in-between phase, because, they have young players that they can build around. They obviously wanted to get some veterans in to accelerate what they were doing. But now you kind of look at the construction of this roster, and for where they are, it just really doesn't make a ton of sense how quickly things can change in the NBA. There's still a lot of games to be played, but the way the Eastern Conference is set up, it's not going to be easy to crack into that top 10 there for a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah, listen, it just goes to show you how much we're actually missing Derrick Rose too.
Big time.
And it's amazing to say that about a guy that, with his injury history at his age, that he's probably like the glue. He's the glue guy of that team.
Rose is still nice.
Rose is still nice, and the Knicks are missing him right now. But I had to laugh at that. The way the Eastern Conference is set up, that kind of reminded me of that the way my bank account is set up.
The way their salary cap is set up.
Oh my God. You got to laugh from crying, BK, because it's not happy times over there at 33rd and 7th. Some more unhappy news, and, another franchise that's not really happy right now, the Los Angeles Lakers, BK. Pretty gruesome injury to Anthony Davis yesterday. We've got we're not going to show the video, but we've got a tweet here of the photo. Like, he rolled that ankle pretty badly. It was pretty gruesome to watch. That happened in the second quarter. X-rays came back negative, but I saw reports this morning saying that he's going to be out for a couple of weeks, BK. But having seen that, you've got to sort of wonder whether 2 weeks is a little bit optimistic.
Yeah, given his rough run of injuries, I mean, you'd have to assume that they're going to try and be pretty cautious with Anthony Davis, but he'll be reevaluated after the All-Star break, and fingers crossed for him, he can get back out there on the court. But what was interesting is seeing how the Lakers closed that game against the Jazz without a center. We've seen it from them, several times this season, how good they are. When they almost have LeBron operating as this versatile, do-it-all kind of big man. So I'm intrigued to see if maybe they're a buyer in the buyout market. I mean, I thought Tristan Thompson was a name that maybe could have come up for them. He's obviously going off to the Bulls, but it's just they just can't get any momentum, and that's been the problem for the Lakers this season. It's been stop start the whole way through.
And it's interesting, Ramona Shelburne mentioned, I believe it was on the Brian Windhorst podcast, that the Lakers are planning to run it back next year with this lineup. I mean, they're going to bring in different sort of maybe, those minimum level guys, but essentially they're running it back with Anthony Davis, Westbrook, and LeBron James, because they believe that if those three are all healthy and playing together, that they can sort of figure this out and play their way out of it. I don't know about that. BK, look, if Davis is out for even, let's just say, the 2 weeks, which is probably the best case scenario right now, how does that affect the Lakers season with, 30 odd games, 25, 30 odd games left?
I mean, to your point, they just don't really have a choice. They have to run this back. They don't have a ton of assets. They don't really have many movable pieces. So, I mean, you have three guys, that are superstars on paper, right? Like Russell Westbrook hasn't really been that for them this season. So it's a tough one for them. I just think they have to lean on LeBron, which is not what they want to be doing at this point in his career in year 19, because he wants to keep himself in some sort of shape for the postseason. But it looks like he's probably going to have to try and drag them there himself, which is not ideal for them.
Right now, they are the New York Knicks of the West, but they do have better players than the New York Knicks. So the fact that they're being mentioned like that is absolutely amazing to me. It's been a hell of a season over there with the Lakers, and not in a good way. All right, BK, we're going to talk some All-Star predictions. It is All-Star weekend. Kicks off on Saturday here in Australia, so tomorrow. With the Rising Stars game. We've got the rosters here because it's a different format this year, BK. We're going to have 4 different teams, and it's a bit of a round robin sort of group stage type, of event this year, BK. What do you make of this, and who do you like out of these squads here?
Hey, I got to rock with the Aussie, so I'm rolling with team Josh Giddey out there. But shout out to Dyson Daniels as well from the G League Ignite, who'll be competing in the event. I'm really excited to see him and see how he fares against NBA competition.
Yeah, a couple of Aussies playing in the game there, so shout out to both of those guys. I'm with you. You know what though? I would have liked to have seen Josh Giddey on team Payton, because Gary Payton, as we know, one of the greatest point guards of all time. I just feel like, Josh he could have learned some stuff from the glove.
Yeah, we need to up the trash talk game.
We need to up the trash. Yo, if we could get Josh Giddey talking some real smack on a court, oh man.
He's tight with Joe Ingles. He's got to have learned something over the years.
Yeah, but the glove is the king.
That's the internship to being coached by Gary Payton.
That's it. Yeah, I'm rocking with you, BK. I'm going with the Aussie in this one here. So, shout out to both those guys, Dyson Daniels and Josh Giddey, putting on for Australia on the world stage. Let's move on to the skills challenge. BK, you already know who I'm rocking with in this one here. So this one's a little bit different as well, right? We've got 3 teams here. I'm rocking with the Antetokounmpo bros, Thanasi, Alex, and obviously Yanni Antetokounmpo here. Come on, man. How do you go against the Antetokounmpos here?
And you know what? I really like this format with the three kind of teams there. But I kind of like the Rooks in this one, Scotty and Cade, and obviously Josh as well. But this is going to be fun. I like having the Team Cavs there in the hometown in Cleveland. But I think the Antetokounmpos are going to make this a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're talking about 3 brothers here. I believe Alex is 6'10", but Thanasi 6'9". Yanni is obviously 6'11". Like, we're talking about some big lads here. That can handle the ball. They've got some skills. So look, again, that could be my Greek bias, but we're rocking with team.
Let it fly. The big men have dominated this event in recent seasons. The guards haven't got close to a trophy.
That's right. So, look, I think Greece is going to be celebrating some trophies this weekend. Let's move on to the three-point shootout here. We've got some more Aussie representation. Paddy Mills here, Kat, Van Vliet, Trey Young, McCollum, Zach Levine, Desmond Bain. We've actually got some pretty good contenders here, BK. I reckon Paddy's definitely in with a sniff. I mean, I believe he's shooting, 45% on the season from three-point range. So he's no slouch.
Yeah, he's the deadliest shooter in this group. I'm excited to see him in the 3-point contest, and I actually think he has a really good shot at winning it all. My other pick is Desmond Bain from the Grizzlies. I really like him in this event, and Trey Young's another guy who can get hot pretty quickly as well.
Yeah, I was going to mention Trey Young as a potential winner of this, but look. Now, this might be my Aussie bias coming through. I think Paddy, he's kind of like hot and cold, like he'll either go, 7 of 10 or he'll go like 1 of 10. So I feel like if he can get a good rhythm going, like you said, I think he's going to be deadly in the 3-point shootout.
Yeah, just put that money ball rack in the right corner and he'll be straight. That's lights out.
Hopefully Paddy can come away with and become the first Australian 3-point champion at the All-Star game.
Hey, now, shout out Kyrie Irving.
Oh, come on, BK. Come on. I know you didn't really go there, BK.
I'm going there.
All right. The highlight of All-Star Saturday night is the dunk contest here. 4 contestants here. We've got Cole Anthony, Jalen Green, 1 Toscano Anderson, and Obi Toppin, the New York Knicks. This one's interesting, BK. I'll be keen to see what these guys can come up with. Like, I'll look at 1 Toscano Anderson. Now, we know he's a big in-game dunker. He's had a couple of massive dunks, especially this season. Don't know what he might be able to do in like a dunk contest setting. Same kind of goes for Cole Anthony. Look, for me, it's either Jalen Green or Obi. Obi's had a couple of between-the-leg dunks through this season as well in-game. He could come up with some stuff, and he's a big lad as well. So I reckon he could come up with some stuff. Look, all my picks are going to be Greek bias, Aussie bias. Now I'm going with the Knicks bias. I'm going with Obi Toppin to win the dunk contest.
Hey, and Obi was there last season. He's got a point to prove in the dunk contest this time around. But I think Jalen Green for me really stands out as the guy that you think in terms of leaping ability. Is probably the front runner there, but don't sleep on Cole Anthony because this is an event about showmanship, and not a lot of people watch the Orlando Magic, but he's got that showmanship. He's an entertaining guy. I'm looking forward to seeing what creativity he brings as the shortest guy in the contest.
BK, I'm one of those people that doesn't watch the Orlando Magic a hell of a lot, so maybe I am missing something. I will take your word for it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he can win the dunk contest. We'll see what happens. And then obviously Sunday in America, Monday over here is the showpiece event of the weekend, the actual All-Star game. Jarrett Allen replacing James Harden on Team LeBron. So I'm still laughing at that selection process where Kevin Durant was like, I'm going to need some size, so I'm going to go with Rudy Gobert over James Harden. That was absolutely hilarious. But who do you like in this game here, BK?
Yeah, on paper, Team LeBron is stacked. Like he's really good at this All-Star drafting. Like I know he gets the first pick, but like every year he comes out with the best team. Like it's I don't know if it's going to be that lopsided because I don't know how many minutes certain guys are going to play. Like the Team Durant is still very good, but I just like the electric players that are out there on Team LeBron. Who do you think takes home the Kobe Bryant MVP award?
Oh, that's an interesting one, BK. Again, that goes back to like minutes played and obviously, who's got the hot hand. So, I mean, you can pick any one of these guys, right? Like, that's tough. You know what? I'm going to go with LeBron.
Because it's 75th anniversary. It's a big one.
It's back in Cleveland, right? He's already having an incredible season as he is, at age, 73 or however old he is. I've just got a feeling he's got something special in store for the All-Star game. I'm going with Team LeBron to win it. I think GM LeBron has done a great job drafting the All-Star team. He hasn't done a great job, being the GM of the Lakers, but he's definitely done a great job with the All-Star team. I think there's something special brewing here for this season for the All-Star game. I'm rocking with LeBron. What about you?
Yeah, LeBron is very aware of history. He's a student of the game. I'm expecting him to put on a show in Cleveland, but I like Ja Morant as my MVP of this game, because can you think of a better player suited to the All-Star game? It's his first All-Star game. Like, you want to show out. Like, he's a starter as well. Like, I think Ja Morant's season deserves this. Like, this is I don't know how deep the Grizzlies are going to go in the postseason. This could kind of be his. Let me leave with the trophy at least.
I'm leaving with something.
I'm from around the way. Come on.
I'm not mad at that, BK. That's a nice little smoky pick there, Ja Morant. We'll have to wait and see. That's going to be a fun game to watch. It's going to be a fun weekend all around. All right, BK, let's get into some game predictions, and then we're going to get out of here. Only 5 games on the schedule today before the NBA goes into their All-Star break. We're going to start off with the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. Miami Heat, $1.51 favorites. Charlotte Hornets, $2.62. The line's at 5. The total's at 226 even there. That one's live on NBA League Pass. BK, lengthy injury report for the Miami Heat today. Markieff Morris, Tyler Hero, Dwayne Dedmon, all missing. Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, both listed as questionable for today's game. No Hayward, no Cody Martin, no Jalen McDaniels for the Hornets. They've lost 2 in a row. They need a win to stay in touch with the 8th-seeded Nets. I think they're currently 2.5 games behind. Who do you like today, BK?
Even with all those injuries, I still like the Heat here, because the Hornets, they've not been good over the past couple of weeks. Like, they're in a little bit of a funk at the moment. So I'm gonna stick with the Heat there to get it done, regardless of who's on the floor.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think the Miami Heat win it. Not going to be a blowout or anything like that, but it'll be a comfortable win. I actually think it'll be a double digit, maybe about 10, 11-point win. So we'll see what happens with that, but I'm definitely rocking with Miami. Next game on the schedule, we've got the Wizards and we're going to go with the Mavericks and the Pelicans here. We've got the Mavericks $1.71, Pelicans $2.18. The line's at 2.5. Totals at 217 even. Also live on NBA League Pass. We mentioned the Hornets needing a win to stay in touch of the 8th-seeded Nets. Pelicans need a win to stay in striking distance of the play-in seeds. They're just 5-5 in their last 10. The Mavs are 7-3 in their last 10. I actually think the Mavs win pretty comfortably today. For the Mavs, Ntilikina, Burke, and Bullock, all questionable. Marquise Chris is out, but I don't think that's going to matter. Luka Doncic has been absolutely fantastic. Mavs win comfortably.
I'm with you there on the Mavs. I think they get the win today. But shout out CJ McCollum. He's taken the life in New Orleans pretty nicely.
Yeah, he has had a nice little 30-piece the other day as well. Fortunately, it wasn't enough. They couldn't get the win. But yeah, shout out to CJ. Enjoy those beignets over there, my friend, in New Orleans. Yes, next game we're going to take a look at here on the schedule. We've got the Washington Wizards, Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets now have won 2 in a row after that 11-game skid. So they're favorites here, $1.51. Wizards, $2.60. Lines at -5. Total is at 214.5. Live on NBA League Pass. No KD. No Kyrie, as it's a home game for the Brooklyn Nets today. Obviously, no Ben Simmons. He won't be playing before the All-Star break. That's, even without those guys, they're going to have enough to beat Washington. Washington, no Rui Hachimura, no Kristaps Porzingis. He'll make his Wizards debut after the All-Star break as well. Obviously, Bradley Beal is out for the season. Nets at home. Put your money on it. Easy money.
Yeah, I agree. I like what Drummond and Seth Curry have immediately brought to the Brooklyn Nets. It seemed like they got a little bit more of a pep in their step after that 10+ game losing streak.
Well, I mean, Seth Curry definitely wants to show that he's the best Curry brother, right?
He's the best shooting.
Yeah, the best shooting. We both agree on that one there. Next game up. This one's actually going to be a fun one, BK. Philadelphia 76ers, Milwaukee Bucks. Two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. Bucks $1.36 favorites. 76ers $3.25. Line at -6.5. Totals at 223. Live on ESPN today. Both teams are just 6-4 in their last 10. So this is like the 3 and 5 seed battle. They're only separated by one game in the standings. No George Hill for Milwaukee. Wes Matthews, Grayson Allen, both questionable. Obviously, no James Harden for the 76ers. BK, what are your thoughts?
Hey, I'm going with the guy fresh off a 50-piece.
I mean,
I got to rock with the Bucks and Giannis.
Nothing more needs to be said, but you said it so eloquently, BK. Put your money on the Bucks because coming off a 50-piece, heading into All-Star weekend, I think Giannis is going to show out today. And yes, put your money on the Bucks. I think they get the win, especially at home. Last one we're going to take a quick look at here. Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Clippers. Rockets, we've said it before. We'll say it again. They're bad, bad, bad. They've lost 6 in a row. It's going to be 7 after this one here. So the Clippers, $1.16 favorites. Houston Rockets, $5.50. Lines at -11. Total, 227.5. Live on League Pass. No Norman Powell for the Clips, who are 29-31 on the season. No Kevin Porter Jr., no Christian Wood for the Rockets. But like I said, not going to matter. They're getting their 7th loss in a row today.
Famous last words. But shout out to the Clippers. They've managed to keep themselves around 500 despite not having Paul George and Kawhi. So I think they'll get the win today. But I've been low-key impressed with the Clippers. Shout out Ty Lue. He's coaching for his life out there.
Yeah, he is. Facts. I think we've spoken about this before. Look, they've done a good job of just sort of like hovering around and buying some time until they can get their guys back. Probably not Kawhi Leonard this season, but definitely Paul George. So we'll see what happens when they come. When Paul George comes back. BK, my brother, we're going to see you again on Monday morning, man. Enjoy the All-Star festivities this weekend. We'll see how many of our predictions actually come true, and hopefully by Monday morning's show, we'll be crowning an Australian three-point champion.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
We'll see you on Monday morning, my brother. This has been another episode of the Last Shot NBA show here on Little Birdie TV, brought to you by our good friends at topsport.com.au, and we'll see you guys on Monday.